Today, we're going to take a look at multimeters and how to use them. But before we get started, you should have a rough idea of what voltages you're going to be measuring, and just make sure that your multimeter is rated for that. First thing we're going to look at is AC voltage. AC voltage is pretty much anything around you that isn't a battery. Now, it's a bit more complex than that, but just to give you a base, if you're not sure if it's AC or DC, unless it's hooked up to a battery, it's probably AC. When checking AC, just make sure that your plugs are in the right location. Go ahead and find a ground, and then set your positive onto the part that you want to test the voltage on. It's as simple as that. And now on to DC. But one thing about DC is that if you are measuring AC when it's in the DC setting, you'll see it jumping around. That's because AC, of course, is like a sine wave, where DC is a constant. The other thing you will notice is that if you put your negative on the positive and your positive on the negative, it actually reads the same voltage, but backwards, or negative. Next, we're going to be testing resistance. Now, this unit in particular does this by sending 9 volts through the circuit, and then it measures as soon as it gets back and gives you your resistance. Of course, you want to set the device up properly, make sure that the device isn't powered, and test the resistance. Now, something like a wire isn't going to have much resistance, but something like a piece of wood is going to have lots. So this is very good for troubleshooting bad coils. You see a resistance that's a bit higher, that usually means that the part is starting to fail. Now, along with resistance comes continuity. And this is just for checking if something is broken or not. So just like how you're checking a coil to see the resistance in it, if that coil is completely fried, it's probably going to have no continuity. This is also great for troubleshooting fuses, as you can set this button and it beeps at you. So you can quickly pull a fuse, check it, and move on to the next one. The last thing that we're going to check is amperage. This one you're going to have to change your leads, make sure you set the device up properly, and make sure that the amperage isn't too high. See, a lot of devices are rated based off of amperage because you have to put the multimeter in the middle of the circuit. So if there's too much amperage, you could fry the multimeter. Now, if you don't want to pull apart the circuit, or if you can't, but you still need to test the amperage, you can use something that's called an amp clamp. This one actually comes with an amp clamp attachment, and this makes life a lot easier. You just clamp it around the wire, and it'll read you your amperage. But these are just the basic settings that you're going to use for a lot of different troubleshoots and testing. So I hope that you learned something. I hope that this video is helpful, and thank you very much for watching.